Hello, PhotoPiller, Rafael, the bar here. Let's plan the next full moon. Photographing the full moon aligned with an interesting subject, for example a building, a rock formation, a human figure, or any other subject you decide, is just amazing. It's so much fun. Well, the first step to get that shot you're dreaming of is to plan the shot. So let me show you how to plan the next full moon with PhotoPills aligned, for example, with a building. Let's say that I want the moon to be aligned with the top roof of the Empire State Building. Actually, during the PhotoPills lab in New York last year, we got to photograph the moon with the Empire State Building and it was so fun. Stay with me till the end of the video because apart of showing you how to plan the full moon, I also show you how you can plan the field of view, the framing on the map, on the PhotoPills map, and also how you can plan the depth of field. So you get in focus both your subject and the moon. Ready? Let's go! By the way, this video is about planning the full moon. If you wish to learn how to photograph the full moon, watch this video, there you'll find everything you need. Watch it. Okay, to plan the next full moon, go to PhotoPills and tap on Planner. And now the first thing we need to do is to set the next full moon date. To do it is super simple, just double tap on the center of the time bar to bring the day to today. Today is June the 1st, 2020. And now all you have to do is to tap the moon picture you see on the top panel, this one, till you get to the full moon, which is this week. Actually, it's June the 5th, 2020. So that's cool. I already set super quickly the full moon date. Let's continue. Next step is to place the red pin you see on the map next to your subject. To do it, I will tap on load and I'll type the name of my subject, which is the Empire State Building. Here I have it. Tap on the result and the red pin will be placed in New York, here in Manhattan, right where the Empire State Building is. Let me move it, drag and drop it so you can see it better. Here I have the red pin and the Empire State Building. Great, the next step is to place the black pin on the Empire State Building. Let's do it. Swipe the top panel to the right until you get to panel number 2, this one, and tap on the button you see on the panel and a black pin will appear on the map. And now I have to place it right where I want the moon to be. But be careful, one common mistake is that people places the black pin right on top of the building. But that's wrong, this is wrong. Because in fact, if I place it there, I'm actually placing the black pin on the next building. Remember that what you're seeing is an aerial photo, so this is a projection. If you want to place the black pin right on your subject, you need to place it here, right in the middle of the ground floor, where the building is meeting the ground level, right? This is right spot because when I align the moon with the black pin, the moon will be also aligned with my subject, with the Empire State Building. Okay, let's find the shooting spot and the shooting time. Pay attention on the blue lines you see on the map. The thick light blue is telling me the direction of the moonrise, and the thick dark blue is telling me the direction of the moonset. And these lines are key to help me find my initial shooting spot. You'll see what I mean in a second. Let's plan, for example, a moonrise. If I zoom out the map, I see super fast that if I want to photograph the moon rising with the Empire State Building, I need to go to the other side of the Hudson River. For example, let's place it here super fast, just to place the red pin super fast. To place the red pin super fast on a spot you want to place it on the map, just tap and hold your finger on the map and the red pin will be placed where you're actually tapping and holding. Okay, from this spot, from the red pin position, when the moon rises, it doesn't go behind the Empire State Building. So I need to move the red pin a bit north, so I make sure, for example, from this spot here, that when the moon rises, the moon goes behind the Empire State Building, behind my subject. So it's important to choose your first shooting spot in a way that the thick blue line of the moonrise is above your subject, because this way when the moon rises it goes behind your subject. Easy. To move time more precisely, just tap and hold on the time bar And now I can change the time more precisely, so I can align the moon with my black pin super easy. And to go back to normal, just tap and hold again on time bar to go back to the 24 hours length. But right now I want to move time slower, so I'll go back to the precise mode. Okay, as you see, when you know the moonrise direction, to plan a good shot, you need to find an interesting subject that can be photographed from far away and that the moon rises next to it. So you can align the rising moon with your subject. That's the trick. And then you can precisely move time, change the time to align the moon with my black pin, my subject. This happens around 8:42 p.m. Great, now I have the moon aligned with my subject, but is it at the right elevation, at the right height above the ground level? Remember that I want the moon to be aligned with the top roof of the Empire State Building. Check the top panel. It's telling me that the center of the moon is at a height of 66.9 meters from the ground level of the black pin. And according to Wikipedia, the top roof of the Empire State Building is at 381 meters. So clearly I'm not getting the moon where I want, I need to get it higher. So let's fine-tune the plan. Move time forward till the moon height above the black pin is 381 meters. This is the height of the top roof of the Empire State Building. So it's 381 meters. I'm getting there. Yes, I got it. More or less, 381.1 meters. Cool. And this happens at 9:22 p.m. As you see on the map, when I get the moon at the elevation I need, the moon is not aligned with the black pin. So I need to find a new shooting spot to align the moon with the black pin, with the Empire State Building. And there is a really easy way to do it. Let me show it to you. Just tap on the plus map button and then look for the expand azimuth lines button. It is this one. If I tap it, the azimuth line of the moon and also the sun are expanded with this dashed dotted line here. Awesome. This is super powerful. And now tap again on the plus map button and tap on the swap pins button here, this way. And now all I have to do is to place the black pin right where the dashed moon azimuth line is. Let me zoom in again a bit more. Okay. Let's place it here. Awesome. And now tap again on the swap pins button. Here it is. And as you see, the moon is aligned with my Empire State Building, with my black pin. Super easy. Super easy. Now every time you move the red pin, topography might change, so you need to check again the moon height above the black pin. In this case I'm getting 396 meters and I need 381 meters. So I'll move time backwards again until I get my 381 meters. Awesome. And I'll check if the moon is aligned with the black pin. Well, it's almost aligned, it's pre-aligned, so maybe I'll adjust a bit my red pin a little bit more here, but I think it's fine. I think I got it. I have my shooting spot. Yeah, it's super aligned. Awesome. So I have everything now. I have my shooting spot, the red pin position, and I have my shooting date and time. This is on June the 5th, the next full moon, at 9:20 p.m. How cool is that? If you want to delete the button that has appeared on the map, just tap and hold on the button and drag it to the plus, and it will disappear. Okay, let's see now how big the moon will be compared with my subject, compared with the Empire State Building. The top panels give me the apparent diameter of the moon I'll get, 31.4 meters. But if you want to see the diameter of the moon on the map, tap on the map settings button, and now tap on moon, and tap on show moon size. This way, if I go back to the map, and I zoom on the black pin, you see that the azimuth line of the moon now is not a straight line, it's an area. So this area is telling me the size of the moon I'll get, and I can compare it directly with my building, which is pretty cool. In this case, as you see on the map, I'm getting a pretty big moon, which is awesome. The further away is your shooting spot from your subject, the larger will be the moon compared to your subject. So you wish to have even a bigger moon, you just have to move away from your subject. The further away, the larger will be the moon. If you know the size of the moon you want compared to your subject, imagine, for example, that you want the moon to have a diameter of 50 meters. The question is, how can you figure out the shooting distance you need so you know where to place the red pin when you're applying the moonshot to get the size of the moon you want? Well, it's super easy. Just apply the PhotoPills rule of 100. The rule says that the shooting distance you need is equal to 100 by the moon size you need. So if you want a moon size of 50 meters, you need to multiply by 100, this is 5,000 meters, to get the shooting distance. That's simple. Now you know that you need to place the red pin at 5,000 meters to get the moon with a diameter of 50 meters. Let's continue. Let's plan the depth of field and the field of view on the map. To do it, tap on the Map Settings button, and now on the Map Tools, tap on Depth of Field, and go back to the map. Awesome. Now you can use the top menu that has just appeared to set your shooting settings. For example, if I'm shooting with the Nikon Z6 and with a focal length of 500 millimeters, an aperture of f8, and if I set a focus distance of, I want to focus at the black pin, so I'm focusing at the Empire State Building, my subject. So I'm focusing at a distance of 3.3 kilometers. I'm focusing at the Empire State Building. I'm going to shoot in portrait mode, and I'm going to shoot in the direction of the Empire State Building. So I'll set a line with black pin. This is my framing. I want my framing aligned with the black pin. Okay, this is cool. If I zoom on my Empire State Building, on my subject, and on my black pin, what I see now is the framing. See what will be inside my frame and outside my frame. But not only that, because I have the moon size switch on, I can see how big the moon will be compared with my framing, my photo, and also how big the moon will be compared with my subject, and also how big will be my subject compared with my framing. So I have everything I need to really understand, to visualize the photo I'll get. And if you want to try a different focal length, just change it from the top bar that you see on the map. Also, with these settings, I see that the hyperfocal distance is 1.04 kilometers, more or less 1K, which is a shorter distance than my focus distance. Remember that I'm focusing at my Empire State, which is at 3.3 kilometers. So I can conclude that if I'm focusing at the Empire State Building, I'm gonna get in focus this is acceptably sharp, both my subject, the Empire State, and the moon. And this is because I'm focusing at a larger distance than the hyperfocal distance. In other words, if you want to get both in focus, your subject and the moon, make sure that you're focusing at a larger distance than the hyperfocal. And also that your subject falls behind the near depth limit. In this case, the near depth limit is 794.63 meters. So I'm safe. If you wish to learn more about depth of field and the hyperfocal distance, please watch this video. There you'll find everything you need to master depth of field and master hyperfocal distance. Watch it. Great, we're almost done with the planning. There is only one final step, which is to check the natural light I'll have at the time of the shooting. Let's go! When you're photographing the moon, knowing the natural light you'll get at the time of the shooting is key. Is it the golden hour, so you have this nice yellow moon? Or maybe the blue hour, getting a pinky moon? Is it during the nautical twilight, so you can get a nice silhouette? Is it daytime? Nighttime? Depending on the light you'll get, the photo changes a lot. Well, the easiest way to know the natural light you'll get is to go to panel number 3, this one, and check the elevation of the sun. In this case, the elevation of the sun at the time of the shooting is minus 9.37 degrees. This is 9.37 degrees below the horizon. And this means that this shot is happening during the nautical twilight. It's a great time to photograph a full moon silhouette. Or also, like in this case, if you're photographing the moon in a city, thanks to the artificial light of the building, you can get correctly exposed both the buildings and the moon. And of course, you're gonna get a black sky. And this, of course, with a single shot. If you don't like the natural light you'll get for your moon plan for the full moon date, I recommend you to plan moonshots for the day before and after the full moon. and check the natural light you'll get. You might be surprised. Probably you're wondering, how did I know the natural light I'll get based on the elevation of the sun? It's super easy, in fact. If you want to master natural light, watch this video. There you have everything you need. As always, watch it. Okay, when the plan is done, just tap on save to save it as a plan in your to-do list. Tap on new plan. So I'm gonna type the name, full moon, Empire State, and I save it. So I save it to my to-do list. And another thing you can do now is tap on more, action, and now, for example, you can email the plan to a friend. And if your friend is a PhotoPiller, he will be able, or she will be able, to import it onto PhotoPills. And also you can add an alert to your calendar so you don't miss the shot. And that's it. This is how you can plan the next full moon, align with your subject, align with the building, with PhotoPills. As always, if you have a question and you need help, just leave a comment below. And if you wish to learn more on how to photograph the moon, I'll leave a link in the description of this video to our moon photography guide. Don't miss it. Check it out. And if you like this video, give me a like, subscribe, and click on the bell to get notified when I release the next video. And remember that you have the power to imagine, plan, and shoot legendary photos. Bye.